Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it's episode 159. Today we have Juventus in the first knockout stage of the Champions League, and I think for the third time in the knockout round in Europe in 4 years. I believe we played him, obviously, I know we played him in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, I'm just in the Europa League, sorry. I think that was 4 years ago now. And then we played him the year after that in the first knockout stage in the knockout round in the Champions League. We knocked them out and then ran into Hertha Berlin and we lost. And I think last year we played someone else in this stage last season, didn't we? We played Sevilla and we knocked them out because we drew 0-0 at home and then won. Look, for me, it's a good draw, but it's not a great draw. There's so much to talk about before that, though, that you will know why I'm a little bit about what's about to happen. Mainly because I'm just going to list them off. We've got a new midfield partnership, and you're going to love the name of the midfield partnership. We've got a new system, and the system's in banging in goals because this boy has been fantastic. The guy is like literally one of the best strikers I've ever used on FM. He just bangs goals in for fun, and we need to get him playing. And Nilsson's developing so well that you need to get him playing, right? And I've made a signing for next season that's a striker, and he's incredible too. And we've also signed a player that you've seen in the save years ago, who's world class, and we've made one big sale as well. Everything's gone on. So, to put it to you, I'm playing a 4-2-4. I'm going to go through the rest of that team in a second. In the 4-2-4, it is based on the Metz 4-2-4 that got me dominant in France last year, but I've made some tweaks to what I think works on this year's FM, but we are a very hyper-aggressive team that go out and look to press and go ballistic. A. B, we're playing inverted wingbacks instead of wingbacks in the Metz system. That's the first change there. And the inverted wingbacks seem to work really well. I've been toying with the roles. I feel like inverted wingback on defend works really well because it gives you a box midfield of 4. Gives me the deep line playmaker on defend and the inverted wingback on defend together with the two centre-backs. And that helps stifle the defence whilst I will go and join in with the midfield 2 and the 2 strikers to help link up. And the goal-scoring ability in this 4-2-4 is ridiculous. So, yeah, why we've gone to it. Now, the other reason why I've gone to it is obviously the baller and Tobias, but we have a guy coming in on a free next year. Sergio Ayala, you've seen on the save because I wanted to pick him up a couple of times to the boys that are very keen on the stream. Links down below, obviously. I tried to sign him when he went to Sporting, to St. Paulo, and I tried to sign him when he went to Flamingo. Both times didn't happen. In the end, Spurs let him go on a free. He wants to join me as a squad player. He's sensational. The only thing I worry about, he's very injury prone and he hasn't played much for Spurs this season, but he's incredible. He's only played one time for Spurs this season, so yeah. And not the most prolific of goal scorers, but for me, a guy at this level that's been capped 45 times for Mexico and is only 27, we're going to get 3 really good years out of him as the third choice striker. He's third choice. Shows you how good this team is, and if we got him as third choice, we can't have him as fourth choice. You've got to play 2 strikers up top. However, we have done more things in the transfer budget, but as you can see on the transfer history, we spent big money on one player, and we made another big sale. So obviously, you've seen the Nildo, Vatu, and Wim Smet. You've seen Neri. Somariva's gone to Man United. Great player, 3-star player. I love him. Wish him all the best, and was homegrown. But 32 million, that goes up to 34 million after he's played 10 games for him, and that's in 5 games' time. And then we also get 25% whatever he sells on for, so probably about 40 million plus, right? So for me, selling a guy like Somariva made sense. With us playing a midfield now of an advanced playmaker and a deeper line playmaker, 2 guys that will sit there with a very good expansive range of passing to help link up play, switch the ball out to the wingers in the 4-2-4. We needed to sign a world-class advanced playmaker to just go in and do a job. I was happy for it to still be Jacob, but for those that do remember Dino, he's been at Milan for many a season, and you will remember in my second year in the Champions League, I think this guy scored 4 against me, right, playing up front. He's natural in both areas, and at 32, I've spent 45 million on him, and you can see why. A great passer, a great dribbler, and when we do play 4-3-3, a very good player on Mazzala in attack. The heir to the Nildo throne has come in a year later, but here he is, and he's another Brazilian, and he's been capped 95 times for Brazil. To get a player like this, who's been around and done it all, playing at AC Milan, and the fact he rejected Barcelona to come to me, that's a little win. And look, he started life here really good. He's got 1 goal in 2 appearances in the league, and he played against Copenhagen in the quarterfinal of the Cup and scored as well, which is great. But yeah, the system is very good. The one thing you will know about the system is do seem to concede 1 goal a game, and that's what worries me. Mainly how we're conceding is because we're so hyper-pressing and aggressive, teams will go long over the top to us and we concede. In saying that though, Vigil, when we changed this inverted wing back and defend, didn't do nothing. They scored an 89th minute corner, mainly because I probably brought my backup goalkeeper on in the game wanted to punish me. And one of the 2 goals we conceded against Zurich was a Carlos missed header from a corner as well. So I'm not happy that we're conceding 1 goal a game and it's from teams that are not particularly great going long over the top. And the Copenhagen goal was a free kick. They only had 3 shots all day and scored 1, which was a free kick. So I look at it and go, yeah, we're conceding 1 goal a game, but the goals we're conceding are definitely, they're definitely goals that you don't particularly mind. They're not as bad as it was. Anyway, we look pretty well classed. In terms of Juve, Juve, man. Like, we've played them a few times. We know their squad outside and in. We know that Suma's so good. There was talks that he was going to leave to go to Liverpool and PSG. Never came in with a bid, which is a shame. We know they're going to be top of the Serie A. We know that they're going to be the best team in Italy because that's what they do. But we have beaten them a couple times already in the save. So this is not a bad draw. As you can see, they just lost to Torino 2-1, which is great for me. They conceded in the 92nd minute. And it looks like they went pretty full strength enough. We know they have a world-class team. We know they have Johan Guerrero, who we've been keeping quiet, but he's the sort of guy when you're playing a 4-2-4 that will get in behind you and score, the 33-year-old. So, yeah, you know that we have Dorado, the world-class goalkeeper that seemed to, last time in the Europa League, he saved everything and we lost to Juve and then we pumped them 4-1 at home. My prediction here is a bit interesting. We have obviously got Rensheng out suspended and Carlos is out with pulled knee ligaments. Always seems that a week before a Champions League game, we always seem to get a big injury. Luckily not massive, but yeah. The good thing for us is that the world-class one, though, is out of this game, which is great. Apart from that, because we're missing Rensheng at the back and Carlos, I reckon we're going to lose this tie. I think we're going to dominate. I think you guys will see that we're going to play some very entertaining, free-flowing, attacking football. But I think you'll also see what I mean when I mean we're going to get hit on the break. We'll throw some of them forward. They're going to win one header out the box. And because they're world-class, they're going to get guys that are going to run at us and score. Like Suma's going to run from deep and next minute create something. And yeah. My only issue with the 4-2-4 is that if that happens and we lose 3-1, 4-1, we're probably out of it. But if we lost like 2-1, and that's my prediction, we lose 2-1 here but dominate, then we're in Denmark. I actually think in Denmark, we'll find that because we are a bit more, because it's in Denmark, we should be a little bit more clinical because it's at home. And that's how FM kind of seems to perceive it. I think we would get through this tie. Very similar to how we got through when we win the Europa League. We lost 2-1 in Italy and then we pumped them 4-1 at home. At the same time, PSG played Valencia. This is a massive game, right? A massive game. So, because of the injury to Carlos, we brought in Esteban. He's not 100% match fit, but this guy's been here and done it all, the Chelsea man. He's very experienced. I've decided to go with him over Lars. Main reason is he's got 19 agility, and I think his link-up plays a little bit better than Lars's, right? And I think that's needed. It allows me also to bring Lars on a little bit later, if needed, out wide, and he's a bit quicker and can maybe do some damage. Second reason I've started Marcus Luiz and moved Bloom inside is A, the form of Alves and the covering centre-back has been woeful. I've wanted to sell him. I only haven't sold him because I just have a couple guys on loan that are developing-ish, like a guard. So I've actually moved Sander Bloom at the centre-back on cover just for this game, which is whatever. But because the inverted wing back and defend plays more as a ball-winning midfielder on defend in terms of a role, I've given him Marcel Luiz, who's a natural ball-winning midfielder that can play right back in at right back, even though we probably should go Ravel. Ravel's more forward-thinking, where I think Luiz is a bit more defensively minded. In the team, though, it is a bad Luiz, Bloom, Carlos, and Ibe. The midfield, too. And I love saying this, and it's the first time you're going to hear it, and hopefully not the last. Ronaldinho. That is correct. Ronald, who we never say his last name because I can never pronounce it, and Dino is just called Dino. It's Ronaldinho in the middle of the park. That is going to be the title of the episode. Absolute click back, don't care. Tobias on the left, Esteban on the right. The baller in all his form and all his glory. 22 goals, averaging an 8.2. By the way, in the mid-season friendly, he scored 16 goals in 4 games. And Nielsen loves the complete forward role and is there as well. Look, boys, let's go find out if this system's good enough. On the bench, because of the injuries, you do have Lars, Jefferson, the car, Jacob, 2 very good midfielders to bring in, Alvarez, Ravel, and Sorensen, the under-19 goalkeeper, because Dominic's been injured. He's growing really well and looking really good, so you may as well have him on the bench. Let's hope that doesn't get an injury, huh? Score prediction in the chat. I know Paulie, who I'm multi-streaming with at the minute, we've got him on mute. is predicting that we win 3-1. Dim's predicting we win 3-1. Jay's predicting we win 5-2. And Burger, we predicting we win 3-2. That's probably the closest one of the lot. If we win, it's probably 3-2. I predict we are actually going to lose this game 2-1 or 3-1. But I feel like that we could score 3 or 4 goals in Denmark at any minute as well. For me, in terms of the people that I know here, I think they signed Rodrigo Ortiz not too long ago. Pedri's still here, and Bok's not even starting. He's pretty well classed. We know Juan Carlos Aureliano was here last time we played him, and he's actually leaving on a free. And Navarro can play midfield or at the back and is well class as well. So yeah, we've got it up against us. Look, it's never easy playing Juve, but we can take solace in the fact that we've beat them in the last 2 ties we played them in, and I think we're really good. Important to note, in this system, we are going to go freaking crazy and press, because that's what we do. Our wingers, by the way, already been told to man mark the left and right back, which means that when they play out with their 2 centre-backs, our wingers should press the left and right back and man mark them, which forces them long, and hopefully for us to play. Anyway, it is Dorado in goals for Juve, a world-class goalkeeper. Carlos Aureliano is leaving to join Lille on a free. Navarro is one of the better centre-backs that you will see, the Portuguese international. And Anderson's on the other side of him, the 24-cap Brazilian. Daniel at left-back is pretty experienced. The guy we need to get at, and that is the guy that Esteban is going to have to run at. I wish we had Carlos because he could towel him up. Ortiz, the world-class midfielder, in at the centre defensive midfielder. Shak is the Russian international we saw that always plays here with Suma. That midfield three barely ever changes. Yegor's one of the signings they made I think last season we didn't play him. He's very good, yes. And Marco on the other side is a 21-year-old Frenchman that looks unreal. He definitely is a new signing too. Guerri up top looks unreal. Your guys at the in goal, your backup keeper's that guy. Ismail Kamara is a very great name. B, great little player as well. Dennis Mbok, great little player as well. Pedri has lost all his speed. I wish he started. Giancarlo is not bad as well. To be fair, I look at their bench and I go, you know what? Our bench is very similar to theirs. And that shows you the quality that we do really have. We've gone to a system that gets me my 2 world-class strikers in. If it wasn't for injuries, I had 2 world-class wingers in. And my 2 world-class midfielders in. That's what? 2, 4, 6 guys in world-class positions. At the same time, we've got 2 world-class centre-backs and 2 world-class full-backs and a world-class keeper. We have a world-class team in this 4-2-4. Everything says it should work. My only issue is I feel like we're going to concede. Well, let's go into the unknown. The 4-2-4, we don't know how to believe, but we will. It's not in Denmark, so we can't believe in that. But I tell you, if there's ever a man that you could believe in, it's Ronaldinho. And we've got part one Ronaldinho and part another Ronaldinho. It's 2 guys that make up one guy's name. So surely we go massive. Juve in the infamous black with the big stripe because it's a zebra, but you know what I mean. And we're obviously in our famous white. And away we go. It's going to be, not even looking at the possession stats, it's going to be how many shots Juve get. We both have a shot straight off the bat. And away goal's huge for us. This game is never going to finish 0-0. I'm just going to put you there right now. This game is never finishing 0-0. For me, it's the long ball of Juventus that could hurt us. I actually think against teams that want to play through us, in the initial onset, we'll press and win the ball. But if they get really good controlled possession of it, we'll get hit. Anyway, Ives going to win the header. Dino on the ball, breaking to Ronald. And he finds Tobias. The world-class winger has been so good. Ibe, Nielsen dropping in. Beats a man. Nielsen's in. Dorado saves the baller. Oh my God, why did you not shoot? Why did you not shoot? Tobias head straight at Dorado. The baller scored 22 goals this season, had an open goal and he turned away. Oh my days. In the end, a great run and a great hit by Nielsen. A great save by Dorado. We're dominating in terms of chances created, but we knew this was going to happen. Wow, as if the baller did not decide to put the ball in the back of the net. Here we go. This is how we've been mainly conceding, is free kicks. It's a free kick in a world-class area. Anderson's about to score. And there you go. Oh, he's put it wide. Good. 99% of the time, because of the quality of player we play against, a free kick usually means goal. So, yeah. In the end, though, 0-0 approaching half-time, which is not what I would have predicted. Nielsen's got an A score. The baller's got to tap it in. Approaching half-time. Is there a highlight right on half-time? There isn't. 0-0 at half-time. Interesting. Far from pleased what I am going to say. I'm actually quite happy. I would love an away goal, though. Like, an away goal is huge. They're playing a 4-3-3, which makes so much sense against this system, too. Oh, it's a penalty. Who the fuck gave it away, man? Tobias, you idiot. They've done not much, really, and now they're going to get a pen from the corner 50 minutes in. Here we go. Penalty awarded. Can Abad do it again? Pedri's just come on for Johan. Suma versus Abad. He's hit the post. The world-class Frenchman at 21's hit the post. Wowzers. We got away with one there. Time ticks away. 56 minutes played. It's a free kick now to us. Tobias, ball in, backstick. Sander Bloom heads over. Man, I'm telling you, this is the game that I worry about the most, is where we do not score we're probably going to concede on the break eventually. 60-odd minutes played. Ronald's on a booking. Dino's not having his best of game. I don't want to do it, but I'm actually going to get the yellow card off. Get Dino as a deep line playmaker on support. Actually commit him a little bit more. And Jacob's going to be the first change to bring in. Jacob's pretty well class, so he's not well class. He's 2.5 star and got developing. Very even game of football, this. It's a highlight here. It's a throw in for Juve, and we're in nowhere near shape to defend this. In the end, a throw in towards Kamara, out to Oriano, who could probably hit it from there. He doesn't. And here they come again. Ball out to Ortiz. Can we press and win it? Pedri now. Ball blocked. Jacob. Tobias. The baller. We're on the break here. We've got numbers. Give it to Nielsen. Nielsen. Got to be an away goal. It's 1-0. The baller and Nielsen combine. On the break we go. I don't know why they committed so many men forward, but it's 2 against 1. They committed literal suicide, footballing suicide, leaving 1 to defend 2. The baller plays Nielsen because they have a good understanding, and Nielsen is going to finish. It's 1-0, and I tell you what, this is the moment where it's like, do we go 4-3-3 and protect the 1-0 lead, or do we go for 2, knowing they're going to come? Oh, that is a hard decision, boys. You know what? No. We're going to stay 4-2-4, right? And Lars is going to come in there to go at him. That's what we're going to do. Right? Lars with pace, go hit him on the break again, and then we'll make a time-wasting change in the 85th minute if we get there. Oh, they're down to 10 men. They're down to 10 men. Go, go, go. Very attacking. They're down to 10 men. They must have had an injury because I didn't have a red. Luiz now needs an option. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Tobias, shoot. Blocked, falls to Nielsen, that's 2-0. They're down to 10 men. I did not realise. They're down to 10 men. They had an injury. We're 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up. They're down to 10 men. Just go back to attacking. Don't go to positive. Oh, I went to positive. I just realised they're down to 10 men. They had an injury. And the guys come off, they're making 3 changes. In the end, Tobias after a block, falls to Nielsen. He's got a double. They're down to 10 men. It's 2-0. That's a slice of luck. Yeah, he's not offside. Come off it. Who came off injured? Suma came off injured, their key player too. Go to normally attacking because I don't want to get done on the break and make it 2-1. I'm actually going to make another change because the change is time wasting here. We could get a third, so go after him. Go after him, boys. Find another one. Time ticks away here. 2-0 is fine by me. 2-0 win. Anyone predict that? No. Well, a little bit of luck, right? Very even game. Suma missed the penalty and Suma gets injured after make 3 changes. Juve made 3 changes and bang. Or they, apparently according to the game, they didn't make a change. Interesting. But did Juve had people on the bench. So Juve, you're telling me chose not to make a change? There's a change. It's glitched out and saying they didn't make a change. They definitely did. And there we are. All right, there we go. I was about to say, we knew a couple of people came off. Pedri came on. 2-0. Wow. Absolutely excellent. We keep a clean sheet in the 4-2-4 when we win. Yeah, it's a bit lucky. The box did not win it for us. The fact they had an injury and we scored 2 goals against 10 men in the last 10 minutes, huge. That's very lucky. I didn't think what has opened though. I feel like the inverted wing back and defender is very important. It helps the defensive stability. So all the games up until the last game we played against Vigil YouTube, we didn't have the inverted wing back and defender. We had 2 inverted wing backs on support, and they were getting caught very high, and it was always 2 against 2 at the back. Now it seems like we got 4 against 2, and that's what the numbers you want. Not what they did there. So obviously they had the injury and they haven't changed yet, and they got hit on the break. Poor old Juve. That is very unlucky, to be fair. In the end, though, we win. We're 2-0 up, going into Denmark. Juve need to score 2 away goals to get it to extra time. We know that a goal probably in Denmark will probably win the game. Well, we could lose 3-1. It's now a question, do we sit up and play 4-3-3 and know that that would probably see us through? Or do we play 4-2-4, look to try and score and outscore them? That is the only question. I'll leave it with you for a split second what you would do. I think I'm 90% sure what I am going to do, but I am very tempted to go the other way as well. Anyway, from Denmark, see you in a second for the second leg of the Juventus game. Welcome back, YouTube. It is time for the second leg against Juve here, obviously in Denmark at the SFB Stadium. We won 2-0 in the first leg, and, well, they did go down to 10 men. We were open slightly in that, and they did miss a pen, but we played fairly well and deserved that win. Since then, we beat Bromby 3-0. We made 10 changes here, and in the end, fair, very lucky to draw 1-1. Keeps our undefeated season line, but it does mean that we can't get the equal. We can't break the points tally. Our best season was last season. We won every game but 2. We drew 2. We've now drawn 2 games, so we've got to win every game to equal it. For me, it's just all about getting undefeated in the league. There is going to be a season where we do win every game. I swear it will happen. Secondly, by the way, Nielsen, has developed into a world-class striker. If I switch these two around, yes, you see the 4-3-3. 2 world-class strikers according to the game. I agree. I feel like the baller is going to start this game considering the form of him, and he loves a big game. Secondly is what you would have seen there. By the way, before we go into that, Juve, by the way, just pumped aside 5-0, but they did lose to Bologna as well, interestingly. And apparently Marcio now is their key player, which makes a lot of sense. And I think Suma's not injured anymore. We are lining up 4-3-3. Now, I did say this about this system, is the fact that, well, when we need to, the 4-3 will come out for games that we need to, kind of manage, or games that we've got a result in and we just need to see out. It's also a system that does allow us to play our best brand of football as well, because it does suit everybody here. Now, the 4-3-3 isn't overly massive on going massively, bombing so many people on, but the inverted wing backs do go on attack and everything. The thing is, though, we barely concede in the 4-3-3. We're 2-0 up. There's no point playing 4-2-4 and letting Juve go on the break and get in behind us a lot. We may as well sit off a little bit, play the 4-3-3, a system we know very well, a system that we barely concede in, and go. Now, the only thing that makes me worry about that, and it's probably me overthinking it more than anything, I feel like Football Manager, when you're using one tactic and it's winning and then you change to a second tactic, you always seem to get done, because the game will go, why did you change for? But if there's ever a time to go 4-3-3 and manage a game and see it out, it's great. The only thing that would make me worry about this game, to be fair, is the fact if Juve score in the first 20 minutes, that makes it 1-0, and it gives them the last, 60 minutes of that game 60, 70 minutes of that game to go, well, we get a second, we've got an extra time. And all of a sudden, if they go 2-0 up, then I've got to go, well, do I switch 4-2-4 and look for a goal now to seal it? Or do I stay 4-3 and not risk and go to extra time? That's the only thing that would make me worry. Juve have this quality to do that, but I really do think even the 4-3-3 will find a chance, if not the score. And the last time we played them in the 4-3-3 at home, we won. And the year before that in the Europa League, when there were 2 years before in the Europa League, we won 4-1 here in a game we needed to win, and we pumped them in it. In the end, your teams are bad. Bloom, Sheng, Carlos, Ibe, Ronald, Jacob, Dino playing in the Mazzala on attack because he absolutely loves it. Apparently, according to this, he doesn't. But look at the stats, man. It's Nildo-esque. He's very good in that role. Jacob, obviously, the young kid, the wonder kid, he's just, mental. At 18, could be one of my best prospects in there too. Tobias and Carlos are world-class wingers with the baller, because the only reason Wilson doesn't start, if we get a penalty, I think the baller is our best penalty taker. He's our best penalty taker by a mile. I would love for him to just bury it. I do think we score 1 goal here, we are probably 99% of the time through. I just don't want to see Juve score first. Ideally, I don't want to see a highlight and we win this game. We draw 0-0 and we win this game. Paulie predicts we're going to win 3-2. Paulie's just finished his stream. Go shout out to Paulie, and obviously everybody should go follow him and all his content, and he's doing amazing things over there in Celta Bruges. James reckons we win 5-1. I don't think the 4-3 would. If 4-2-4 and we got on top of them, maybe. Burger reckons we win 2-1 with a baller double. I predict we're going to win 1-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet, and then eventually we'll score. And I actually think we'll score with Nielsen coming off the bench, and we'll score late. But we'll wait and see. In terms of their team, one Doe's coming at left back, and the rest of their team stay the same. So there we are. Actually, no, they look like they've gone 4-2-3-1 instead of 4-3-3, which makes sense that they've come out and looked to go big, and we've kind of set up shop a little bit more. And they definitely have gone 4-2-3-1. Wait, Jace is like 6-1 winner for playing this. Because we're in this system, we don't go out and press, which is perfect. Don't go full press. They've moved Shaq into the centre attacking mid role, and Rodrigo Ortiz has come into the middle of the park alongside Suma. I would probably have played Suma in the midfield on attack role, but that's fine. He's good everywhere. The bench is exactly the same, and there we are. We are going to go in. Oh no, Denya's moved the right back because one Doe's coming at left back, and they have dropped one Carlos, the 33-year-old. Still think we can get at him. One Doe's obviously going to be committing, but that should allow space for Carlos to go on the break. Anyway, away we go. Hopefully we'll be okay. We are 90 minutes away from the quarterfinal yet again. Look, obviously he's an outstanding player or bad. The fact that the game's questioned that I've changed tactic makes me think that, oh God. But yeah, we're in the white. They're in the infamous black. It's Denmark. We believe because it's Denmark, baby. And as long as this game peters away, I don't mind. And look, initial 10 minutes, 2 shots to us, and we had 60% of the ball until just then. But initial reaction from the first 20 minutes is a fairly even game, but we're playing well. Highlight here, that's not what we want. We don't want to see Juve scoring right now. That would be the most deadly highlight. Castagrain going on a run and a half. And look, if that's the highlight they're going to muster, a long-range run and a shot that doesn't go close, great. The system's doing its job. Here we go. Highlight here. Bloom throws the Dino. Can't give that away, mate. Fucking hell. I always get nervous in these games, especially if they score one right now. I'll be very nervous. Castagrain going on a run here, still going. Ronald with a tackle, falls back to him though. I tell you what, this feels like a Juve 1-0 at the minute, but here we go. Anyway, Ronald, Jacob, ball into Dino now. Drives at people in the Mazzala on attack. Here he goes, a world-class centre mid that we signed from AC Milan, who's played against Juve his whole entire life, basically. Tobias now, down the left-hand side, getting in the box, still going. That's a pen every day. That is a penalty every day of the week. We literally started the ball over because he's our best penalty taker. I literally mentioned the lead-up that he's only missed one penalty for me in all his years here. I'm telling you right now, because I've said all this, the ball is about to miss his second ever penalty because I've backed him in to score a pen. In the end, missed the tackle, brought down Tobias. The ball of a chance probably to send us through. Beats Dorado. He doesn't miss, man. Just trust the world-class striker. The ball gets his 26th for the year. He continues his goal-scoring streak. And as it stands, we're 3-0 up. Juve need to now score 3 goals here in the remaining minutes to go through on away goals. If we do score a second, they need 4, and that's probably definitely game over. It doesn't change the equation too much. Juve knew they had to score 2 to send it extra time. They now just need to score a third to win it. But it does mean that we're not going to get any extra time here tonight, and that suits us because we're 3-0 up on aggregate. Anyway, Rensheng now with the ball. Plays it into Carlos. Carlos now into Ronald. Ronald to no one in particular and gives Denny the ball. And Tobias didn't even look like going towards it. So I don't understand what Ronald's looked for there. Nothing was on. Anyway, Navo into Anderson. And Juve now to work out from the back. Suma, this would not be a good time to concede. We just scored. If we concede straight away, the equation doesn't change. Just means Juve have the same, very similar amount of minutes to score a second. And they would go through. And that is a goal. That is an unreal finish, but it's going to be ruled out for offside. That is a ridiculous finish from Johan. I will admit, he's a world-class striker, but every time he plays against us, he has not done it yet, which is good. He's still got time to do it here, though. And if that went in, that would have changed the complexion of this game. What a finish, to be fair. The camera barely caught up with it. He's only half a yard offside as well. But look at that. He meets it into the bottom line. What a finish. A world-class player. And there we are. Highlight again. Usually in the 4-3, we don't get this many key highlights. But here we go. Carlos, he's world-class. He knows how to beat a man. Cuts it to Dino. Hit that. Game over. We're through to the next round. Man, 45 million. Worth every penny. Dino scores. Half of Ronaldinho. And there we are. That midfield partnership of Ronaldinho. It's just, A, it's great because it's Ronaldinho. And B, he's Brazilian and called Dino. He has to be good. He's just come in and gone bang. It's got to be 6-1, JS reckons. Yeah, maybe. In the end, we're 2-0 up. We're 4-0 on aggregate. And obviously, this 4-3 is doing exactly what it needs to do. Be defensively solid. So that we've been a little bit more open than normal here. I think that's because Juve are really committing numbers forward trying to score, which they kind of have to. And that's a poor throw-in, boys. But in the end, we've been really good. Anyway, Carlos wins. Ibe now with the ball coming inside. Got options with him. Dino through to Carlos. Game over. It's 3-0. If it wasn't game over now, then it's game over now.
I haven't seen Milky at all today.
She's been in here.
Have you put on her nappy?
Yeah. Can't remember now. Anyhow.
Go and find her.
Not a problem. Anyway, 3-0 up here. 46th minute. Dino through to Carlos. And in the end, we are flying through in our last game tonight. We are loving life. We will be obviously doing the draw in this episode as well. And there we are. Look, they've brought Predri on, and that's probably for a swan song. They are out. And away we go. I don't remember bringing her outside. 56 minutes played. 3-0 to the good. Time ticking away. Always love Mum trying to interrupt a YouTube episode, but there we go. Anyway, Sanderbloom, Dino, Jacob, Gindaballer. Mum, please, yeah? Jacob now on the ball. Into Carlos. Ball in, backstick. Bloom, Tobias. He's put it wide. Would have been 4. Jeez, we are all over him, man. We are all over him. We are flogging him into submission. By the way, Tobias apparently is suspended in the next game of a yellow, so we are going to get him off. Got to get... We'll get Nielsen on, but we'll get Nielsen on the other side like that. We'll get the car in as well for some minutes. Dino's had a great game as we'll get him off. We'll get the car in there as well. And we'll leave one more change for a time-wasting change. There's no point in the time waste, is there? Ronald's coming back from injury. We'll get Marcio Luis in there and done. 3 changes, 3-0 up. 5-0 to the good. Ronald and Dino come off together. I love saying that. And there we are. We must be playing against the Herbivores because they aren't great. To be fair to Juve, they haven't played overly bad here. They were very unlucky in the first leg, and here they've had to go for it. And we've scored the first one. It's game over now. 90 minutes on the clock. That's game over. We win 3-0 here in Denmark. 5-0 on aggregate after beating them 2-0 in Italy. And that has been the most complete performance we have put in the Champions League over 2 ties in a knockout stage in our history. We are just getting better and better and better and better, but it has not equaled to a semi-final yet. Oh my God, Valencia just knocked out PSG. That is good. That is great because I know United beat Lazio on away goals, but one of the ties which was in the balance of a big team there have gone out. PSG knocked out. All right, guys. So we're going to see these guys in 3 days' time in terms of the game to see if who we're going to get in the quarterfinal and, of course, the semi-final draw as well if we make our first ever semi-final. See you guys in a second, YouTube. Everybody on Twitch. I'll see you guys in a tick.